simple actually, but we spent a long time getting it right. I can go anywhere, providing I can see. I can't ever go into a position which will get us both off screen. So it's a little bit like the Lego Star Wars camera. Now it works really well. I mean, it works really well out here. If I go inside this house, this is the big nightmare you're about to see for single camera co-op games, is when you go inside. But as you can see, we just start changing the mode of the camera as soon as you come through. So we're now indoors cam, in co-op, and it all works well. I mean, that's a nightmare scenario, just in the threshold of the doorway, and it still works. Now, what I could do if we weren't on camera, and I don't want to show this, is I could show you what combat felt like in here. But because we're on camera, I'm not going to show that.
Okay. How do you deal with, or how are you guys dealing with players that want to just beat on each other?
Hit each other? We're not talking about PvP at the moment. Incidentally, just the very fact that I'm inside this house and the whole world is going on outside is pretty cool. I can't think of any other game that, you know, inside is a different world to outside. Inside and outside for our world is exactly the same. And incidentally, this house has been dressed completely by me. I've bought every piece of furniture here. You can dress these houses, you can not only buy any house, but you can dress any house any way you want. And that is really cool. And for some people, really love the idea that they can make their own house, move their family in, have the children they want to have, and decorate it with the furniture they want. And some people absolutely adore that. Any other questions?
The co-op, does it work online? Can I just join my buddies' game at any time, just finding them on my friends
That
list? Would
be fantastic, wouldn't it? What a shame I can't tell you the whole story about co-op at the moment. I mean, we're still not finished here, by the way. Aesthetically, we know that there's things wrong with this scene that you're looking at here. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with it, but there's still things we're distant to go. Any other questions?
Can you truly join at any time? Say I'm in the middle of a big boss
Absolutely.
fight, my butt kicked.
Anytime.
Just hop in and help me.
Anytime. You can join in the first second of this game or the final boss battle of this game. You can join in.
Now, how does that work if you're playing with someone who's a low character and say you're fighting the final boss of the whole game and like one hit is going to wipe them out? Is that how it works, or do you?
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean it's your choice. I don't want to take. I think a lot of times when you're actually designing something, you think, well, is that right? Is that fair? Is it the right thing to do? I mean the opposite is the interesting case. Supposing if I was in a battle and I was level 5 and you were level 50. And is it fair that I can call you into my game and you can just beat everyone up? I don't care if it's fair or not, it's fun. Right. If I want to do that, as a level 50 character, come into your world and just annihilate everything that's standing in your way, why stop people? Why stop people having fun with things like that?
That's real cooperation, right?
It is real cooperation, yeah. The other thing is I'd say about, which is a little thing, but it turns out to be pretty big when you think of the sort of psychology of co-oping. And that is that in Fable, when you're doing quests, you're not earning money. So normally in role-playing games, you do a quest and there's gold drops. And you earn your money from, wandering and exploring around the world. That's not like that in Fable world. To earn money, you have to go out to work. And the type of jobs you have are, you can have a job as a blacksmith or as a barman or as a woodsman, or you can have a job as a henchman. Because when you're in someone else's world, it's like having a job. You earn money being in someone else's world. And just that little thing meant that psychologically people want to co-op because they get money for their world. And that is really, really cool, as it turns out.
Can you shoot my dog?
You can't shoot the dog, no. He is protected. I don't know. Have we tried that?
You cannot.
No, you can't. You can't.
Well, before you start getting really experimental,
no, I was
we've only actually got a couple of minutes left, so is there any last questions?
Yeah.
When are we going to be able to play it?
Well, I know the exact the exact day that this game is going to be in the shops. It's just no one else knows it yet. But it's definitely going to be this year.
Okay.
It's probably going to be nearer a holiday than anything else. And you know, we're currently, as you can see, the game. We've still got a lot of bugs. I mean, I could look at the scene and there's 10 things wrong. I could reel off straight away. But we are just fixing those bugs, and we've just been balancing and polishing now. And if you just compare this to what you saw last year, you can see it's changing.